Hello and good evening and welcome here to Tankersley Field, getting set and ready for the doubleheader game number 3 here in the series, the rubber match between the Southern Jaguars and the Prairie University Panthers. The Jaguars came out victorious in game 1 yesterday by a score of 13-1. Panthers were able to come out victorious in game number 2 and scored by 8-2. So as we get set here and ready for game number 3, introduce the starting lineups here. Leading off for the Jaguars playing center field will be Tyler Hawkins. Batting second, wearing number 1, will be Jalen Mack. Playing right field, wearing number 7, batting 3 will be Kyle Ratcliffe. Batting 4, playing left field, wearing number 20 will be Cameron Bird. Batting 5th, wearing number 23, playing third base will be Ryan Allison. Playing first base, wearing number 25, will be Dylan Jones. Catching today, wearing number 4, will be Dominic Joseph. Will be batting 7th. Batting 8th, number 21, left-handed hitter Jacoby Ratcliffe. And then batting 9th will be the shortstop, number 5, KJ White. And the starting pitcher today for the Jaguars will be number 0. That is Nick Luckett. Luckett is a right-hander, 5'10", 140-pound junior out of Houston, Texas, redshirt junior. Came from Kingwood High School, so he's getting the nod here for the Jaguars in game number 3. As for the lineup now for the Panthers, leading off, playing center field will be number 1. That is Jaden Williams. Batting second, playing second base today will be number 16, Garrison Wise. Batting 3-hole, playing first base will be number 30, Jaden Monroe. Batting cleanup, playing left field, number 18, Michael Burrows. Batting 5th, the right fielder, number 44, Michael Smith Jr. Batting 6th, playing third base, number 11, Trenton Bush. Batting 7th, the designated hitter, number 15, Jordan Williams. Then batting 8th, the catcher, number 5, Mason Hilsky, Mason High School. And then batting 9th, the shortstop, number 7, Isaac Davila. Today's starting pitcher today for the Panthers will be number 13, Matthew Krall. Matthew Krall is coming in today with a 5.76 ERA, 1.71 WHIP, 2-0 overall record, making his 7th game appearance in conference play. He comes in with 29 and 2 1/3 inning pitched under his belt, giving up 32 hits, 26 runs, 19 of those being earned, walking 18 while striking out 22. Opponents are batting at .281 batting average against Mr. Krall, so he's getting the nod here for game number 3, the rubber match between the Panthers and the Jaguars. The Panthers are going to come in wearing what they did in game number 2 with the yellow top, white pants with the yellow and purple stripe going down the side with the purple ball cap, as the visiting Jaguars of Southern will come in wearing the gray top with the gray bottoms with the navy ball cap. As high schools throw down the second to Davila. It's perfect as we're getting set here and ready for game number 3. I am Philip Prince. You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We thank you for taking this time to tune into this game to enjoy some good baseball. This first pitch, getting set to go here. First pitch from Krall is low and away for ball number 1. First pitch is at 3:05. That's what we'll get. This game started. The next pitch fouled straight back by Hawkins. So now the count on a run to 1-1. First game ended 2 hours and 4 minutes. Now next one is found now third base line to run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hawkins struck out 4 times last game, so he's looking to try and turn things around here with this first plate appearance in game number 3, as this one foul straight up back to keep the count remain the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering from calls a swing and a miss, and the rose for Hawkins continues, as that is his 6th strikeout here, his 5th strikeout here in the series. So Crawl is able to retire Hawkins on 5 pitches. Now bring up the second baseman, Jalen Mack. First pitch in there. The slider drops in for a strike. Crawl's going to be working with the fastball. Change up slider. Fastball that misses low and away. Run the count even now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next offering is a fastball that hits the inside corner for a strike. Run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Jaguars' second baseman. Comes in batting from the left-hand side. Crawls 1-2 pitches in. Ground ball is hit to the third baseman. Trent comes in charging it, gathered and lobs it over a third, but gets in time to retire. Mack on the 5-3 put out. Nice stretch over there by Monroe at first base to help out. So there's 2 outs here quickly now in the top of the first inning. Now bring up the right fielder, number 7, Kyle Ratcliffe. Kyle Ratcliffe takes first pitch from Crawl in for a strike. Next offering from Crawl's a ball and skips to the plate. Run the count now even to 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck for Jaguars is number 20, Cameron Bird, the left fielder. 1-run offering from Crawl to Ratcliffe is fouled away. Out play. Now the count will run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the fastball. And Crawl's able to pick up his 2nd strikeout here. And that will take us to the bottom of the first inning. The Jaguars get no runs off no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. No score here. On we go to the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field. As this bottom half of the first inning is being brought to you by the Prairie Athletic Club. Service student athletes since 1986. For more information on how to become a member, dial 936-857-5817 to ask for Greg Austin. So leading off for the Panthers and here in game number 3 will be number 1, Jaden Williams. So today's starter for the Jaguars is right-hander number 0, Nick Luckett. Williams steps in the box, ready to get this bottom half of the inning started. As first pitch from Luckett misses inside for ball number 1. Luckett is working from the stretch. Comes set, kicks, fires a fastball on the outside corner to run the count even now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Luckett has offered now a changeup to William that misses low and inside to run the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Lucky getting the sign from Joseph. Fastballer hit on the outside. Drawing the count now even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lucky is getting his first appearance here. Start appearance in conference. First appearance in conference. Next one is a ground ball that's hit to the third baseman. All of a sudden he's able to field and throw over to the first baseman Jones to retire Williams on the 5-3 putout. So that'll bring up the second baseman, number 16, Garrison Wise. As for Luckett, he comes in with 11.49 ERA, 2.36 WHIP, 0-3 overall record. This will be his 8th game he's appeared overall in the season with 15 and 2 1/3 innings worth of pitch under his belt. 23 hits, 22 runs, 20 of those being earned, walking 14 and striking out 13. So first offering to Garrison Wise is a ball inside. So that makes it count now 1 ball and no strikes. Next one's a fastball. Out belt high. Run the count now even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Opponents are hitting. 329 against Luckett, so the Panthers trying to see if they can keep that going in their favor. This is a foul ball that's bunt off of Garrison Wise. Tried to lay down the bunt, but then made more contact with it. The ball made contact with him as he was in the box still. So it remained a foul ball. So count will run now to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Panthers second baseman. He hits this one out to the center fielder Hawkins. He doesn't have to make much of a move to try and put this one away. Just makes a step over to his right. Ball's hit right to him to retire Wise on the fly out. So quickly here, 2 outs here. And the bottom of the first inning, Luckett only have to use 7 pitches, 5 of those being strikes. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, Jaden Moreno. Moreno comes in batting from the left-hand side. First offer from Luckett is a ball fastball that's skipped to the plate. Blocked well by Joseph for ball number 1. A 1 offering. It's a curveball that misses. Blowing away to run the count even now to 1 ball and 1 strike. With Prairie able to come out victorious, now they advance back to 3rd in the West and a half game over Southern in conference play. So this ball is hit to the shortstop, takes a hop, but he's able to stay with it. It's going to be a low throw to the first baseman, Jones, and he's able to stay with it and pick it to help out his shortstop to retire the side on the 6-3 putout. So that will take us to the top of the 7th inning. We're scoreless. The top of the 2nd inning. We're scoreless here. 3-2. Panthers getting no hits, no runs, no errors, no run left on base. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 of a double header here for today. Leading off here in the top of the 2nd inning is number 20, Cameron Bird, and he takes his first pitch off of the shoulder. So he's going to move his way down the first base with a hit by pitch. So Corral was able to go 13 pitches through that first inning. As his first pitch here hits Bird. So now no outs. We're at first base, and now we'll bring up third baseman number 23, Ryan Allison. Ryan Allison is squaring around for Bundy. There's a pickoff attempt over there at first base, but sliding back in head safely is Mr. Bird. So as now third baseman Trent Bush is going to be charging in on this one, as Allison does square around early, so he is giving himself he gets this bunch. Tried to push it down the first base side with Bush charging in from third base, but this ultimately going foul. So now the count is No balls and 1 strike to the Jaguars' third baseman. Crawl offers a changeup that misses low for a ball. Running the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. See if they try to put Bird on the action on the run. As this bunt's gonna go down. First base side, Crawls is gonna be able to come up with it and just flip it over to first baseman Monroe to retire, obviously on the sacrifice bunt. So that will be the first out here in the second inning. Now to bring up the catcher, the first baseman, number 25, Mr. Jones. Takes his first pitch. Away outside for ball number 1. Dylan Jones is getting his first bit of game action here in this series as he takes a hefty cut swing at that one. Comes up short. So now the count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. Dylan Jones, 6'3", 235-pound junior out of Atlanta, Georgia. There's a pickoff attempt, but no throw over there to second base. Just wanted to get Bird back in. Didn't want to give him too big of a lead. So now the count here is 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here. Next one, the ball is hit to the second baseman Wise. He gets it and throws it over to Monroe to retire. Jones on the 4-3 putout. So typically you see Wise out playing center field, but Coach Riggins has a good issue with Jalen Williams, the new center fielder now. He's had a good stick recently in the past couple of games. So with there being a void at second base, Coach Riggins decided to switch over Wise to second base now. So now, first offering from Crawl to the new batter now is Dominic Joseph. Misses high for ball number 1. The ball back up the middle, and this one's going to be an out as Crawl is able to field it off the mound and just run it over and flip it over to Monroe on the 1-3 putout. So that will take us to the bottom of the second. The Jaguars get no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Score is here. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field as leading off for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second inning is Michael Burrows as he takes first pitch from Luckett in for a strike. Curveball and dropped in the zone. So now he takes a fastball inside to run the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Furos batting from the right hand side. Luckett's next offering, the 1-1, misses low and inside to run the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Luckett liking to work it from the stretch, drops a curveball, but it's going to be too high before it dropped into the zone. To run the count now, it's 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck for the Panthers is number 44, Michael Smith Jr. This 3-1 offering is a ground ball that's hit to the left side of the field to the third baseman, and that is Allison on the throw. The throw came up wide, but Jones did a nice job coming off the bag to make sure he secured the ball first, then applying the time on Burrows to retire him on a fine 3 put out. So now to bring up Michael Smith Jr. Michael Smith coming in, having himself a good series so far. Trying to keep the bat hot here as he takes the first pitch from Luckett inside for ball number 1. Next one changeup away for ball number 2. Now quickly ahead is Smith. 2 balls and no strike. Luckett gets the sign from Joseph. Comes set, fires a changeup on the outside to run the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind still blowing straight out towards center field here. And changes the field. This next 2-1 offering misses inside. Now 3-1 offering from Luckett to Smith is a swing and a miss. And it looks like catcher Joseph might have caught a tip of it just a little bit, but he seemed to be all right. So now the count will run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Panthers right fielder. On deck will be the third baseman Trenton Bush. 3-2 as the ball is hit into the gap between third and shortstop, and it's going to go past and underneath the diving shortstop KJ White. So Smith will reach base safely with the 1-out single. So now we'll bring up the third baseman Trenton Bush. Still windy here, Dave. Prairie, cloudy, 86 degrees right now. First pitch, swing and a miss by Bush. Now no balls and 1 strike. Did have some chance of rain falling this weekend. That's why they're getting this doubleheader in. Knock these games out. So pick off a tempo over there. First base back in safely is Michael Smith. So now back on the rubber is Luckett, ready to go. Gets the sign from Joseph. Checking on Smith. Kicks, fires a breaking ball, curve ball, and misses. Looked good from here, but missed inside. Says the home plate umpire Jarrell Proctor for today for game number 3. So now the count runs even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith is on the run, a hit and run, and this is going to get down. Smith might have 3. They're going to send him. Though it's not going to be in time. So excellent hit and run displayed right there by the Panthers. Smith able to advance all the way from first to third. So now to bring up the designated hitter, Jordan Williams. So now we have runners at the corners, first and third, 1 out. No score here in the bottom of the second inning, but Panthers do have a runner in scoring position, and that is Michael Smith at third base. So back-to-back singles here for the Panthers. And there is a Trenton Bush on the run. That's just going to be under the glove of the diving third baseman, Allison. As Williams able to sneak one out of the infield to score Smith from third. So now I'm going to bring up the catcher, number 5, Mason High School. Part of that 3-headed catching crew that Antoine Riggins likes to rotate. So he's getting the start here in game number 3. High School takes Luckett's first pitch, curveball away for ball number 1. So Williams' first pitch swinging was able to come through with an RBI single. So now have runners at first and second. 1 out and a fastball right down the middle to High School. Run the count now even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Luckett was only able to throw 9 pitches in that first inning already quickly here He has 16. Next one is a ball that's hit to the other side of the field. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman. He flips it over to his shortstop, White. So Jalen Mack and White able to turn the 4-6-3 double play to end the bottom of the second inning, but the Panthers are able to score 1 run off of 3 hits, no errors, and 1 run left on base. We're going to the top of the third inning. The Panthers leading by a score of 1-0. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tankersley Field. Getting set and ready for game number 3. Need some swag scores from the finales from Friday. Bethune-Cookman was victorious over Alabama A&M by a score of 20-3. Arkansas Pine Bluff was victorious over Alcorn State by a score of 9-7. Florida A&M was victorious over Jackson State by a score of 9-5. Alabama State able to beat Mississippi Valley State by a score of 16-2 on 7 innings. And then Texas Southern was victorious over Grambling State by a score of 17-12. As now the leadoff batter here for Jaguars will be the designated hitter, Jacoby Ratcliffe. He takes the first pitch from Crawl. Was in for a ball. The next one falls in. The curveball drops in for a strike to run the count. Even the 1 ball and 1 strike. Next one, the changeup. Slipped and got out of the way from Crawl outside. Missed for 2-1. Next offering from Crawl. Foul straight back. Count now. We run to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crawl's 2-2 offering. There's a ball spiked in the dirt, but nice block by Heichel. So now the count runs to 4. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Jacoby Ratcliffe. This is a late swing by Ratcliffe. Didn't know it was going to be inside the zone. Kind of came back last bit and just swinging to force survival, but he's going to go down on strike swinging. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 5, KJ White. KJ White ran around showing butt on the first pitch, but pulled it back for ball number 1. So 1 out here in the top of the third as Crawl offensive strike right down the middle to run the count now even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Next one is a ball's going to be fouled off of White in the batter's box to run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now quickly is ahead. It's Crawl. KJ Wright improved his batting average to .406 in the conference play. So now the 1-2 is a ball, a curveball that's spiked. So now run the count even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next one, the ball is hit into the outfield gap, right center. Getting it in quickly is Williams. But KJ White is going to reach base safely with the single. So now to bring it back to the top of the order, now it'll be Tyler Hawkins, the center fielder, who is 0 for 1 with the strikeout back in the first. Crawl gets first pitch swing is this one, and this is going the opposite field. Didn't have enough room to try and make the leaping catch. Did Michael Smith, as this one's going to go over the wall for a 2-run home run over the right field wall, over 370. So Hawkins is able to write off that 4 strikeout streak he was in with a home run here to give the Jaguars the lead now here, 2-1. So first pitch swinging was Hawkins, and he's able to take this one opposite field over the wall with one out now. So now Crawl comes back, offers some velocity on that fastball, got him by. Jalen Mack, 4 strikes, and this next one is hit 2.
Touch, get the bag.
The first baseman Monroe, as they're saying that Mack is staying in. When Mack hit it, he never thought the ball was fair, as the home plate umpire never said it was a foul ball, as the ball was hit to the first baseman Monroe, and he just stepped on the bag. Took him a minute to step on the bag. So now the home plate umpire wants to get the crew together and talk things over. See that now there's Proctor, the home plate for game number 3. Third base, Bala Lopez. And the first base is Lance Barnes. So the call will stand, as Mack thought the ball fouled off of him in the batter's box. But evidently the call does remain the same as an out on the field. So that goes down to the 3 unassisted. So now I'm going to bring up the right fielder, Kyle Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe, first pitch. Take it from the ball. The next one is foul straight back. 4. A strike to make the count now even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swinging and missing on that 1-1 offering is Ratcliffe. So now ahead in the count is Crawl. 2-1 offerings, a curveball that missed inside to run the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crawl working from the winder 9-2. Fires the ground ball is hit to the first baseman Monroe. He's able to field and just go step on the bag for a 3 unassisted. So that will take us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Jaguars are able to take the lead off a 2-run home run of Tyler Hawkins. They get 2 runs off 2 hits. No errors, no runners left on base. Jaguars lead by a score 2-1 here in Game 3 at Tankersley Field. You are listening to the Rebrocast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Panthers. And this bottom half of the inning is being brought to you by the Panther Backers. Service student athletes since 1995. For more information on how to become a member, contact Dino Robinson at 713-417-2090. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 7, Isaac Davila. Davila getting his first plate appearance here in game number 3. Southern Jaguars leading by a score 2-1. Kudos to the 2-run home run by their center fielder. As yet again another long ball comes to hurt Panthers, as Pavilion Davila's first pitch swinging on this one. He's going to drop a little blooper right in between the right fielder and center fielder Hawkins and Ratcliffe. So Davila is able to reach on base safely with a single. So now to bring up the center fielder, number 1, Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams rounded out to third base. His first plate appearance. So now with the third baseman, Ollison playing in, expecting a bunt, as Williams is showing the bunt. He's bunts down the first base line, and Luck is going to come off the mound and field and just tag Williams himself for the 1 unassisted. So now, going to bring up the second baseman, number 16, Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise flied out to center field. His first plate appearance in the first inning, so now he has an opportunity here with Davila at second in scoring position. A base knock can tie this contest up. Wise batting from the right-hand side. First offering is a changeup from Luckett that misses down and away for ball number 1. Next offering from Lucky the ball. It's going to get down in the gap, and this is going to score. Davila from ease from second. Garrison Wise is rounding second. He's going to have to hold up there as Garrison Wise comes through with the RBI double. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, Jaden Moreno. Moreno grounded out to shortstop. His first plate appearance back in the first. So now he has an opportunity here to do the same thing with Mr. Wise. Didn't just switch spots with him. Now the score now is 2-2. Defensive shift now for, as this is a shot for Wise first, shooting for Moreau first pitch swinging, and Garrison Wise is going to come in and score from second. So Moreno first pitch swinging. So now he reaches on safely with a single, RBI single. So now the Panthers regain the lead now here, 3-2. Now to bring up the left fielder, number 18, Michael Burrows. Burrows is 0 for 1, grounded out to third base. First plate appearance back in the second. First pitch swinging is Burrows on this one, hits it up in the air, heading to the right side of the field, making a play on it. The ball coming back to him is Jalen Mack to retire. Burrows on a fly out. So now to bring up number 44, the right fielder, Michael Smith Jr. So Burrows goes to 0-2 on that one. I can tell that he tried to let that one ride. He dipped on that one. He got that up in the air. And now Michael Smith, 1 for 1 on the day so far with a single and a run scored. First pitch from Lucky is a changeup that hits the outside for strike number 1. Lucky comes set out the fastball and misses inside for ball number 1. Make it even now. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Second game.
Monroe dancing over there at first base. Thought about trying to steal second. Just Lucky never checked on him. Kind of see he was a little rattled there, just trying to focus on the batter. But just then he had to step off for a second as he offers a breaking ball and it drops into the zone for a strike. So now the count is going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lucky is ahead here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-2 is our score. The Panthers on top. Lucky kicks, offers a breaking ball, and it's going to get away. It's going to be considered a wild pitch. This ball is skipped too in the dirt. Joseph did all he could to block it as much as he could, but just got far away enough from him to allow Monroe to advance to second. So now we have a runner in scoring position. 2 outs here. The 2-2 pitch from Lucky to Smith. It's a breaking ball and misses low and away to make the count and run it full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mr. Smith. On deck for the Panthers. Here's their third baseman, number 11, Trenton Bush. Lucky comes set. This ball is hit in the air to the center fielder. Hawkins has to make a few steps to his right, but camped underneath it to retire Smith on the fly out. But the Panthers are able to score 2 runs on their own here.
2 runs, 3 hits, no errors.
They're able to get 2 runs off of 3 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. Panthers leading now by a score of 3-2. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. Listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field. Getting set and ready for the 4th inning here in the top of it. Crawled back out there, now working with the lead yet once again after giving up that 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning to Hawkins. The Panthers were able to come back to score 2 runs of their own in their bottom half of the 3rd inning. So now the score here is 3-2. First pitch of the strike offering to Cameron Bird. That's the next one's ball that's fouled away to third base side to make now the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Next one misses just a bit below the knees for ball number 1. Now, Crawl next offering. 2. Bird misses for ball number 2. So now, Birds work the count back even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crawl, line kicks, ball is fouled straight back into the stands. Count will remain the same. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 offering from Crawl. So the ball is hit to the opposite side of the field. It might get down and stay trouble, and it is. So this is when we're going to get to the warning track to the wall. Smith trying to get in as fast as he can, and he is going to do so just to hold Bird only to a double. If it would have got any more out of the reach of Smith, Bird was considering going 3, but Smith was able to get it in quickly as he could. Good relay into Wise to only lead Bird to a leadoff double. So now to bring up the third baseman, number 23, Ryan Allison. Allison laid down a sacrifice bunt. His first, AB back in the second. So now he takes his first one for a ball that's inside. Dancing out there, second base is Bird trying to throw Crawl off his timing. Next one is a fastball that misses inside now. So quickly ahead in the count is Allison. 2 balls and no strikes. Crawl comes set, kicks, fires a breaking ball. It's going to miss high, and now the count will run to 3 balls and no strikes. Crawl so far is able to throw 13 pitches in the first, 9 in the second, 19 in the third. Already here. It's his 10th pitch here. Next, that one's going to be a fastball right down the middle. So now the count runs to 3 balls and 1 strike. Crawl getting the sign from high school. Kicks, fires a ball that's going to hit Allison. Once again, Hollison get hit for the 4th time in this series. So now, it'll bring up the first baseman, number 25, Derek Jones. So as now it's going to bring out Antoine Wiggins to come out and talk to his starter. So we'll step away momentarily for a break. When we come back, we'll be at the top of the 4th. The Panthers leading right now by a score of 3-2. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Technically Field as Antoine Wiggins trying to keep his starter under composure as Jones takes Crawl's first offering high for ball number 1. He was squaring around it for a bunt, but it was too high, so he had to pull it back. Now, Crawl's going to do a turnaround pickoff to second base, but no throw. Just want to get the runners back as close as possible and just regroup things now here. 1-0 pitch to Jones. Jones is squaring around, showing bunt. Let's get this bunt down third base side. Coming to charge it is Bush. The only play is to first base to retire Jones on the sacrifice, but the runners are able to advance 90 feet. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Now to bring up the catcher, Dominic Joseph. Dominic Joseph grounded out to the pitcher to end the second inning. His first plate appearance, so now he has an opportunity here to not only tie this ball game, but perhaps give his ball club the lead here. Just one base in event. There was a suicide attempt here, but missed bunt attempt by Joseph, and that's a strike. So now we'll see what the Panthers try to do here defensively, as they have had some struggles as a team trying to cover punt opportunities when put in this situation. Next one is a ball that's hit towards the Prairie View dugout, away for a ball, for strike number 2. So now quickly ahead is Crawl. No balls and 2 strikes. He sure would love a strikeout pitch here to keep those runners where they're at. The corners are in right now for the Panthers, just in case something. And now they're pushing the third baseman back. They will trade it out for a run right now, as this one's going to be, the ball's going to get down right past the third baseline into fair territory, and just like that, the Jaguars are able to regain the lead here. 1 out, 2 RBI double by Dominic Joseph. Bird and Allison coming in to score, so now it'll bring up the designated hitter, Jacoby Radcliffe. Radcliffe struck out swinging back in the third, his first plate appearance, so now he's trying to see if he can trade spots with Joseph, who just came through clutch for his team, giving his team the lead. Leading 4-3 here in the top of the 4th. First offering to Radcliffe from Crawl is a strike. Now Crawl checks on Joseph at second. Gets his sign, now kicks, fires a bunt attempt by Radcliffe coming off the mound to field. It is Crawl to retire Radcliffe on the sacrifice bunt to advance Joseph the third, 90 feet. So now to bring up the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop number 5, KJ White. KJ White singled back in the third, then came on around the score off the 2-run home run on the man that was on deck, Tyler Hawkins. First pitch misses inside, ball number 1. Already Crawl is coming up to his most innings pitch here. That's a ball that's missed low. That's already his 20th pitch here in this inning, so 2-0 count here to the Jaguars shortstop. 2 outs. Jaguars lead by 4-3. Next offering misses away for a ball. Now the count is 3 balls and no strikes. Three offering from Crawl misses high and away, way outside the zone for ball number 4. So now we have runners at the corners now, and to bring up number 50, Tyler Hawkins. Hawkins, 1 for 2 here. Struck out in the first and home run, 2-run home run in the third inning. Pitch number 23 coming up here for a Crawl in this inning. Pitch is in for a strike at the knees to Mr. Hawkins. Working from the stretch. White is on the run to second base, but he's going to steal second safely with no throw from high school. Now the count will run to 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at second and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Cross 2-1 pitches a ball. Comes up short now. Nice block by high school. Now the count still is to run 2 balls and 1 strike. Cross 2-1 pitches the ball is hit in the air out to right field, calling for it is Michael Smith, camped underneath it, unable to retire. Mr. Hawkins on that, so that will take us to top of. Let's go take it to the bottom of the fourth inning. They are able to capitalize and score 2 runs of their own, answer Prairie's 2 runs, and regain the lead here. Getting those 2 runs off of 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Jaguars leading by a score of 4-3. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to John Trengersley Field, where the Jaguars are leading right now by a score of 4-3 here in game number 3. The new pitcher for the Jaguars. It's number 36. That is Jerry Burkett the second, left-hander out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 6'2", 170-pound senior. Adding off the first pitch strike to the leadoff batter here, Trent Bush, and he's fouled this one straight back for strike number 2. So quickly ahead is Burkett. No balls and 2 strikes, and this one fouled straight back. The 0-2 pitch from Burkett, from fastball, and misses inside. Has to run Bush off the plate just a second. Got to count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit a line drive right to the second baseman to retire Bush. So now to bring up the designated hitter, Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams had an RBI single back in the second inning. Gave the Panthers the first lead. Got them their first run. He takes his first pitch in for a strike, shaking his head disagreeing, but count is no ball and 1 strike. Next one, pitch is hit in the air, in the infield, calling for it is the third baseman, Hollison, and he's able to retire Jordan Williams on 2 pitches. Does Bucket. Mr. Burkett. So now to bring up the catcher, number 5, Mason High School. That pitch falls in for a fastball on the outside for a strike. Quickly ahead is Burkett, no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, and the ball is hit up in the air to right field. Calling for it is Kyle Radcliffe, coming in to make the catch, avoiding collision with the second baseman, Jalen Knight. So, to retire, the Panthers in order does Burkett. He comes in relief for Luckett. The Panthers get no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. The Jaguars leading by a score of 4-3. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Trengersley Field. Getting ready and set for the top of the 5th inning. Who up for the Jaguars will be 2, 3, and 4. Jalen Mack stepping into the batter's box to lead off this top of the 5th inning. First pitch from Crawl to Mack is foul for strike number 1. Crawl had used 26 pitches at last inning. First pitch, next pitch here. It's fouled away. Outplayed. We're going to count now to no balls. 2 strikes. This one's fouled straight back. Now he just remaining alive now is Mac. No balls and 2 strikes. Next offering misses. Fastball outside for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Next misses. Low and inside now. Count runs even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two offering the ball is hit. Giving a ride is the center fielder, but he's not going to have any room for this one as Mac is able to hit his second home run here in this series and extend literally now here 5-3 with the solo home run here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll bring up to bat now the right fielder, number 7, Kyle Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe first pitch swinging, hits a line drive over to the shortstop, Devalia, and he's able to retire in 1 pitch, 1 out for Crawl. So now it'll bring up the left fielder, number 20, Cameron Bird. So there's some activity going on in the Panthers bullpen right now. This ball is fouled towards the right field line, but out of play. Now, get this ball back in. Count is now no ball and 1 strike. Curveball that drops in for a strike in the zone. Now the count now runs to no balls and 2 strikes to the Jaguars left fielder, who is 1 for 2. 0 for 1 on the day. He goes for 0 for 2 now. So 1 for 2 with the strikeout, says he did not hold up. First base umpire says Lance Barnes. So Bird goes down on strikes swinging to get the second out here in the top of the 5th inning now to bring up the third baseman, number 23, Ryan Ollison. So yet again the home run bug comes to bite the Panthers. They came into this series leading conference and home runs getting up, as well as with doubles, walks, allowed. That pitch runs inside, catches the inside corner to run the count now even to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Ollison. Next one misses. Inside, gets away from high school. That count runs to 2 ball and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch the ball now. Giving this a ride to the left field side. Trying to look up the wall. But it's not going to have any room. So, second home run in this inning for the Jaguars. And 3rd home run given up by Crawl here in this contest, and the Jaguars able to extend their lead now here 6-3. So now it'll bring up the first baseman, Derek Jones. Looks like Antoine Riggins might have seen enough out of Crawl as the pitcher that was warming up for the Panthers, number 28, Tyson Carlton. That looks like he is going to be making his way out of the bullpen, so we will step away momentarily. When we come back, we'll be giving you here in the top of the fifth inning. 2 outs. Jaguars leading by a score of 6-3. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletic. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field. As the new pitcher for the Panthers is number 28, Tyson Carlton. Tyson Carlton is coming in conference play with 5.4 ERA, 1.95 WHIP, 1-1 overall record. This is his 6th game appearance. He appeared in SWAC play, 3 of those being starts. He has 23 in the third innings of work under his belt, giving up 32 hits, 15 runs, 14 of those being earned, walking 13 while striking out 17. Opponents come in batting .327 against him as he's coming in relieving the starter, Crawl. Crawl is only able to go 4 innings, 2 1/3 of work, giving up 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 of those being earned, walking none, while striking out 4, while hitting 2. So now, Carlton has the duty of facing Jones here with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Jaguars are able to add 2 runs here with a home run by Mack to start off the inning, and then a 2-out solo home run by Allison to have Carlson now in the game. So his first pitch to Jones, the ball and misses high, and the next one, the ball and misses high inside. Now the count now runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Next one drops in for a strike. So now the 2-1 pitch from Carlton. Misses. Inside now, the count runs to 3 balls and 1 strike. Some more activity going on right now in the Panthers bullpen. Also, there's some activity going on in the Jaguars bullpen. 6-3 is our score here as a 3-1 pitch from Carlson to Jones, a strike on the outside. Now the count, 1 full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. The curveball is going to drop in there for strike number 3 to retire Jones looking. So Carlton's able to come in, strike out Jones. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Jaguars are able to get 2 runs off 2 hits, no errors, no runner left on base. They're leading right now by a score of 6-3, heading to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set and ready for the bottom half of the 5th inning. This 5th inning is being brought to you by the Temple of Refuge Ministry. Listen live in each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time by dialing 857-777-0000. Building the kingdom, one soul at a time. And also, you can listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show covering the world of the HBCU and sports and beyond. So now, I'm going to bring up the shortstop, Isaac Davalia. Davalia takes Burkett's first pitch outside for ball number 1. Burkett came in his last inning to relieve the starter Luckett. Only had to throw 9 pitches as this was a ball that's hit to the shortstop. KJ White comes in, charging and making a throw on the run to retire the shortstop. The values now going to bring up the center fielder, number 1, Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams' first pitch swing, ball is hit to the shortstop White. He gathers a high throw. It looks like the throw was too high and it got Jones off of first base. So we'll see how they decide to score that one, but we'll give them a hit for that one. So now to bring up the second baseman, Garrison Wise. Would have been a bang play at first, regardless. But nonetheless, we have one out here running at first base. Garrison Wise is the new batter. Statistically, this is after this ball is hit to the shortstop right. First pitch swing was Wise. Couldn't come up with it, cleanly diving to his left. So now we have runners at first and second off the infield hit. Now to bring up the first baseman, Jaden Moreno. Burke at the second, getting his 9th game appearance in conference play with a 7.71 ERA on a 1.86 WHIP, only one overall record, 14 innings under his belt, 17 hits, 12 runs and those being earned, all earned, walking 9 while striking out 14. So now he's coming here. Came in with the lead, so he's trying to see if he can get the hold here right now. Came in back in the 4th inning. So now, first pitch to Moreno is a ball. Next one, the ball is hit back up the middle. He's going to have a play to third base. It's the lead runner, Williams. So Monroe is going to advance to first off the fielder's choice. Number 1, the first put out. So now to bring up the left fielder, number 18, Michael Girls. Michael Girls is 0 for 2 so far in game number 3. Ground out to third base, back in the second, and flying out to Jalen Mack at second base. So Tucker gets his ball, hits it back up the middle. So Garrison Wise is going to come around and score from second. One pitch and one hit for Burroughs. He gets his first hit here in game number 3. So now it'll bring up to so dangerous number 44, Michael Smith. Coach Riggins usually has Mr. Smith batting at the top of the lineup, one of his better hitters, and now he's moved him down in the lineup to give him an opportunity to swing the bat with runners in scoring position. Monroe at second base as he takes first pitch from Burkett to Smith, misses low on the way outside for ball number 1. Burkett, the lefty, comes set, now kicks a ball that's foul out of play, right side. Kind of ran inside in on Smith. Now the count will run even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith now readjusting his glove and ready to step back in the box and get ready to go here. Runs at first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Burkett checks on the runner, and the ball is going to hit Michael Smith, and that's going to load the bases here in the bottom of the 5th inning now. Now to bring up the third baseman, Trenton Bush. Trenton Bush has an opportunity to at least tie this contest up with the ball and at least hit the gap. Michael Burroughs does have decent speed there at second base. Bases loaded here, 2 outs. Burkett working from the windup as Brady puts a charge, and this one going back. This one's going to do it, and this one's going to be a grand slam, 1 pitch. And Trenton Bush is able to touch them all to give the Panthers the lead here. So the ball has been flying here today. Already the 4th home run here in today's contest. 3 being in the side of Southern. The first one by the Panthers, but it came at more than a crucial time, giving them the lead now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-6 is our score now. Jordan Limbs now steps in the plate. He's going to square around and try and show bunt here, try to catch the defense sleeping, but that's going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1. Next one's going to miss high and inside. Might have caught Williams. You know, he had to step out the plate for a second because that fastball coming in by the head area. But the freshman steps out. Luke Williams ready to go back here now. Steps back in the box. Batting from the right-hand side. 1-1 count is a ball now. Outside, we're going to run the count to 2-1. Williams is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Single back in the second. Flying out to Ollison. And this ball is hit up in the air in the infield. Calling for it is Matt. And he's just going to be able to retire Williams. And he flies out in the infield for the second time in this game. So that will take us to the top of the 6th inning. But the Panthers are able to score 5 runs of their own here to regain the lead here.
5 runs, 3 hits.
Getting 5 runs off 3 hits. They certainly gave that an error for Williams. So they say 1 error. No runners left on base. On we go to the top of the 6th. The Panthers now lead by a score of 8-6. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, The Voice of Student Athletics. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 6th inning here in game number 3, Tankersley Field, between the Southern Jaguars and the Prairie A&M University Panthers, where the Panthers are on top right now by a score of 8-6 as Carlton out there. His first 2 pitches to leadoff out of here. Dominic Joseph misses, and now he's quickly down. 2 balls and no strikes. It's 2 offers, a swing and a miss by Joseph. So now the count will run to 2 balls and a strike now to the Jaguars catcher. He comes in 1 for 2 on the day right now. Rounded out to the pitcher. And this one is going to hit Joseph in the helmet. And yet again, another hit by pitch by the Panthers. Already the Jaguars may be showing a bit sign of frustration right now. Although those aren't, none of those were intended, as we can say right now, because this is a rivalry game, but just one of those things that the ball just gets away from them. So now Carlton's going to have to work from the stretch here with the runner on first, no outs. Up to bat now is number 21, the designated hitter, Jacoby Radcliffe. Radcliffe 0 for 1 with the sacrifice bunt back in the 4th inning and struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Pickoff attempt by Carlton over there at first base, but sliding back in head safely is Joseph. So now Carlton gets his pickoff attempt and might have almost caught Joseph just leaning there just a bit with the quick pickoff attempt there, but he slides back in safely. So now Carlton steps back on the mound. Carlton does work with the fastball, slider, changeup, and splitter. Just trying to see if he can get another pickoff attempt, and this one is going to. Looks like they thought it got him. Unless he didn't catch the ball. Looks like they did catch. Carlton did catch Joseph leaning, but he was somehow able to dodge the tag of Monroe and slide in back safely. So now Carlton back on the rubber, trying to see if he can get a ground ball here. There's another pickoff attempt, and this time he's going to get him. Back-to-back pickoff attempt, and Carlton's able to get Joseph leaning this time to retire Joseph. So now that's 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th, now Carlton is able to go back and work from the windup. First pitch to Radcliffe after all that is in for ball number 1. So Carlton able to help himself out to find the tough out. We have a stoppage in the play right now as first base umpire Lance Barnes is like he's either giving a warning to the Jaguars dugout, because I know it might have been Jones or Joseph frustrated with that call So there is a warning call issued to the Jaguars dugout. Now we're ready to get back and resume into play here. The 1-0 offering from Carlton. It's a fastball that misses high for ball number 2. Offering from Carlton. It's a ground ball that's hit to the right side. Second base, Garrison Lyons fields in. Throws it over there to Monroe to retire. Ratcliffe on the 4-3 putout. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 5, KJ White. KJ White was 1 for 1, single. Came around, scored in the 3rd inning off the home run of Hawkins, and then sacrifice and bunt back and forth. So now here it's his 3rd plate appearance, as this one misses high and inside. He has to duck and get out the way. Does White. So he's heading the count now. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 offering from Carlton. Slider. Missed outside for ball number 2. Carlton working from the windup. Kicks, fires, and a fastball, and a little bit below the knees to run the count now to 3 balls and no strikes. Warming up for the Panthers right now. It's number 17. That is Victor Mendoza right now, as this ball 4 misses inside, as White has to giddy up and get out of the way of that one to try to avoid being hit, but it was ball 4 anyways. Like Antoine Riggins is going to come out the dugout, head to the mound, and he is going to call for his reliever Victor Mendoza. So that is going to end Carlton's afternoon, and that will take us to a break momentarily. When we come back, we'll be here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs here. The Panthers lead by a score of 8-6. Here in game number 3, you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, as Coach Regan has made the call to the bullpen to bring in Victor Mendoza, as Mendoza is going to come in with a 2.87 ERA with a 1.91 whip, 2-1 overall record, making his 6th game appearance here in SWAC play. 15 2 1/3 innings pitched under his belt, giving up 16 hits, 10 runs, 5 of those being earned, while walking 13 and striking out 18. Opponents come in batting a .262 batting average against Mendoza. So Mendoza probably going to get the workload here back half of these innings, as he offers in a slider in for strike number 1 to Tyler Hawkins. Tyler Hawkins comes in 1 for 3 on the afternoon, as Mendoza's first pickoff attempt over there is unsuccessful, as White slides back in safely. Fastball to Hawkins, misses high for ball number 1 to run the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Carlton afternoon ended by going 1 inning, giving up no hits, no runs, and walking none, while striking out 1. This next one misses for ball. Hitters count now for Hawkins, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Run on first base. That is KJ White. He walked. So now this 2-1 offering misses low and away for ball number 3. So now Mendoza is trying to work back in this count. This ball is hit in the air, is going out to the gap, trying to make a play on it is Jaden Williams. And Jaden Williams did a nice job, and he hears the fans giving him a standing ovation. Had to make a deep run in the gap to go track that ball down. And is able to do that to retire the side, to go down 1 to get no runs. No hits, no errors, one runner left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Panthers leading by a score of 8-6. You're listening to the Over My Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field here in the beautiful city limits of Prairie View, Texas, on the hill. Panthers right now have a lead over the Southern Jaguars by a score of 8-6, getting set and getting ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Mason High School's first pitch swinging, hits the ball back up the middle for a single into center field. Hawkins gets it back in. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 7, Isaac Devalia. Devalia comes in. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Single. Came round to score. Back in the 3rd. Grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. And he squared around showing bunt. Couldn't come around and bunt that one fair. So fouled that one straight back. So now he's down to count 2. No balls and 1 strike. Now Burkett back out there working for the Jaguars. Bunt that's down by Devalia. He punches down the first base side to able to advance High School over to second base on the sacrifice bunt. So now to bring up and move it back to the top of the lineup now for the Panthers. The center fielder, number 1, Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Grounded out in the first inning, then popped out. Then hit a chopper back to the pitcher, and then singled back in the 5th. So now Joseph wants to go talk things over strategy-wise with his pitcher, Burkett. Make sure they're on the same page here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Panthers leading by a score of 8-6. Mason was able to come through with the first pitch swinging. Reached base safely, and then Williams was able to move him over to second base with a bunt. Now he's first pitch swinging. This one might be down the line. This one is going to get down. And Williams is going to have 2. He's looking 3. But it's going to hold him at 2. But High School's going to come around and score easily from second. And Williams is able to extend now that Panther lead. Now the score is 9-6 here in the bottom of the 6th. So now to bring up the second baseman, number 16, Garrison Wise. Garrison Wise, that 5'11", 175-pound COVID junior out of Brenham, Texas, transferred from Glenn College. Usually he has the duty as Williams is trying to steal third, and Williams is going to steal third as the throw just came in a bit late by Joseph. Mentioned Wise is usually the everyday center fielder for the Panthers, but today is getting a start at second base here in game number 3. So now the infielder's in for the Jaguars, trying to see if they can keep the lead where it is right now. They will try to see if they can nab out Mr. Williams if a ball is hit in the infield. Wise is trying to see if the drives put something out in the outfield. 1-1 is our count here. Burkett comes set. Now offers a breaking ball that gets away from him into the other's batter's box. Joseph has to do a Superman catch just to keep it from going to the batter's box for a pass ball. So now the count will run to 2 balls and 1 strike. This ball is hit in the air. Look like it's going to stay in the infield. Calling for it is Jones. Has to call off his pitcher, Burkett. That's what he's supposed to do. I know pitchers hate to see it. They do want to play, and they're still athletes. But the golden rule is you never let your pitcher come off the mound trying to make any field attempts if necessary. So Jones is able to come through to retire Wise on the infield fly out. So now they bring up the first baseman, number 30, Jaden Monroe. Jaden Monroe is 1 for 2. Grounded out to shortstop back in the first, a single in the third, and then reached on base safely with the fielder's choice. So now Burkett's first offering to Monroe is in for a strike. So now Jaguars infield will move back, knowing they got to throw across as Monroe offers a check swing. Didn't like he went here, but Marlon Lopez says he did not hold up enough, so now the count will run to no balls and 2 strikes. Now Monroe choking up on the back, trying to display his best 2-strike approach here. As this next one is a curveball that misses, low and away for ball number 1. There is some activity going on in the Jaguars bullpen right now as his ball skipped up on Joseph. Had to get back up on his feet. So now the count will run even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now working from the windup is Burkett. He drops in a curveball that's going to be outside. Now the count will run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 9-6 is our score here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch from Berkey. It's a ball that's just fouled into the Panthers dugout. Monroe just trying to stay alive. So now Berkey kicks, fires a 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a fastball. It's going to knock Monroe in on the inside corner to retire him down on strikes looking. But the Panthers are able to add on to their lead now here by picking up 1 run off of 2 hits. No errors, one runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. The Panthers 9. The Jaguars 6. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletes. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field as Jalen Mack is the first batter here. First pitch swing and the ball hit in the air. Call it off. The right fielder is Garrison Wise at second base to retire Jalen Mack on 1 pitch. So Mendoza back out there here. Quickly here, there's one out here in the top of the 7th inning. So now to bring up the right fielder, Kyle Ratcliffe. Kyle Ratcliffe, 0 for 3 on the day so far. Struck out back in the first. Grounded out to first base and lined out to the shortstop. This ball foul. Left side. To run the count even out to 1 ball and 1 strike. One more offering from Mendoza. The ball is hit to Monroe at first base. He's able to field and go step on the bag himself. Quickly here, 4 pitches and 2 outs here for Mendoza. Now we'll bring up the left fielder, Cameron Bird. Cameron Bird, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Hit by a pitch back in the second. Double, came around to score in the 4th. This one's a fastball in for strike number 1. Dozy working quickly now, offers his changeup, but misses low. Mendoza's going to come in working his fastball, changeup, curveball. 1-1 offering. It's a fastball that misses outside. Ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike is our count to the Jaguars left fielder. That's swinging and miss. That's had him out in front on that curved ball, so now the count runs even now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good break on that pitch by Mendoza. 2-2 offerings, a ball that misses into the other batter's box. Run the count now. Full 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Mendoza's trying to see if he can retire Mr. Bird here and take these Panthers back to the bottom half of their 7th inning with the lead as it is right now. As the ball is hit on the ground to the third base, coming in trying to make a play. It's going to be a tough play, and Trent Bush did the right thing of just eating that one, just putting it in his back pocket. As Bird did a good job of hustling out of the box once he hit it. The position where Trent Bush was played, he's playing deep. Ball just was fielded about a couple of feet in front of the bag. So now Bird gets his second hit. So now extends the inning, putting hands into the third baseman, Ryan Ollison. Ollison comes in, hit the solo home run back in the 5th. Hit by a pitch for the 5th time in this series. Then he came around to score in the 4th. And then the sacrifice punt back in the 2nd. Next offense, a ball that misses. Low to run the count even now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Mendoza. Fastball. It's just a bit outside to run the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch from Mendoza. A fastball that misses outside. Run the count now at 3 balls and a strike. There's some activity going on, and then Panthers bullpen right now. There's 2 outs here at the top of the 7th. Mendoza pitch, ground ball is hit, and that's going to get under the glove of Trent Bush. Had a little heat coming off of it. Not able to keep his glove down on the ground. So now that will be base hit. Now to bring up the first baseman, number 25, Derek Jones. Derek Jones takes the first pitch curveball from Mendoza and for strike number 1. Checking in on Bird at second base. Now pitching, ball's fouled straight back out of play. Now quickly ahead is Mendoza. No balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza 1 pitch away from getting out of this 7th inning with no damage done. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Those 2 pitches, a fastball that misses high for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strike is the count to the Jaguars' first baseman. One-two pitches, a swing and a miss on the slider, and that's going to retire Jones for the second time today on strikeouts. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch here at John Tankersley Field. But the Jaguars are not able to get any runs off of 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to the Overnight Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field. Got through stretching here. Take us here to the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Panthers. And this bottom half of the 7th inning is being brought to you by the Prairie View Athletic Club. Serving student athlete since 1986. For more information on how to become a member, you can always just dial 936-857-5817. Remember to ask for Greg Austin. So Burkett back out there working for the Jaguars. His first offering was fouled straight back by Burrows. The next one he misses inside to run the count now even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball catches the outside corner and run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Panthers left fielder. Now he chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes on him. Crowd in the play, and the ball is just going to be lofted, foul, base territory. Take a hop into the Jaguars bullpen. Count remains same, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is the rubber match here between these two, so winner of this game will win the series. The Panthers were able to end a 12-game losing streak to Southern in conference play earlier today in game number 1, so trying to see if they can keep the winning ways going as this ball is hit back up the middle, making a diving stop as Jalen Mack at second base and sticking with it is throwing it over to first base to retire Burrows, as Burrows was sliding in the head safely to try to beat the throw, but outstanding stop by Jalen Mack to retire Burrows in the 4-3 putouts, and now that'll bring up the right fielder, number 44, Michael Smith. Michael Smith is 1 for 2 on the afternoon so far, has 2 runs scored. Slide out to center field back in the 3rd inning. Hit by pitch his last plate appearance back in the 5th as he's swinging and missing on this one. He's quickly down the count. No balls and a strike. This ball is hit to the shortstop, making a diving catch on that one is KJ White at shortstop to retire Smith. Nice play by both middle infielders so far. Back-to-back plays. So now it'll bring up the 3rd baseman, number 11, Trent Bush. Trent Bush is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Home run, his last plate appearance was a grand slam to be exact. And then lined out to short second base and back in the 4th. And an RBI single. Should be hit a single back in the 2nd. So he takes the first pitch from Bucket inside for ball number 1. Next one, the ball fouled straight back. Out of play. Teed up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 offering. Breaking ball and drops in there. Kind of froze Bush. Now the count will run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burkett wise now. Kicks, fires a ground ball. That's going to be down the 3rd base line. That's just going to roll foul. So Bush is going to have to come back here and just do it all over again. 9-6 is our score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Panthers are able to score 1 run in the 2nd inning off a RBI single by Jordan Williams. Then the Jaguars are able to retaliate with 2 runs of their own off a 2-run home run by Hawkins in the 3rd, and then the Panthers were able to score 2 runs at the bottom of the 3rd to regain the lead 3-2. And then the top of the 4th, the Jaguars were able to respond with 2 runs of their own, and then able to add on 2 runs in the 5th. But then the Panthers were able to retaliate with 5 runs in the 5th and a run in the 6th. And have our score now 9-6. That's his next offering. It's taken outside now. Bush has worked the count back now full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch here to Bush. The ball is going to be taken outside. So now it's going to award Bush first base on the walk. And now to bring up the designated batter, Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams comes in on the afternoon so far, 1 for 3. Had a single, RBI single back in the second. Fly it out to third baseman in the fourth, and fly out to the second base in the fifth inning. Now he comes batting from the right-hand side, trying to keep this inning alive for the Panthers. As his first pitch is swinging, it's a pop-up. Has to the first baseman, Derek Jones, and there was a communication right there, almost running into the second baseman. Jones had to let him know the second baseman. That guy did call for it, but he ain't got to make every play now. So that will retire the side for the Panthers. Panthers get no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. 1 runner left on base. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. The Panthers leading by a score of 9-6. You're listening to the Broken My Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to John Tankersley Field as we get set and ready here to start for the top of the 8th inning. Victor Mendoza is back out there to start this 8th inning for the Panthers as he offers the first pitch, strike 2. The leadoff batter here, Dominic Joseph for the Jaguars. Dominic Joseph comes in on the afternoon, 1 for 2. As he takes his left and just fouls it off the end of the bat. To make the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Joseph grounded out to the pitcher, back in the second, double in the fourth, and hit by a pitch back in the 6th. Then got picked off by Carlton after 4 straight pickoff attempts. Back in the 6th, so now here he is with his 4th plate appearance here in game number 3. I mentioned Southern Tigers came out victorious in game number 1 by a score of 13-1, and Prairie View was able to come back and win game number 2 by a score of 8-2 as his next offering from Mendoza misses outside. The slider couldn't catch the outside of the plate to run the count now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, the fastball that misses just inside to run the count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the Jaguars catcher. 3-2 pitch, the fastball hit to the right side of the field, giving chases. Michael Smith is not going to run into the wall, trying to make a turn for 3 is going to be just a slide and safely in the third. Getting it in quickly was the center fielder, Williams. As Michael Smith gave it the best angle he could at it, just ran out of room. Thankfully, he was able to avoid any serious damage running into the wall out there, but the ball got down and was able to allow Joseph to get all the way to third, sliding in safely to lead this inning off with a leadoff triple. It's now to bring up the designated hitter, Jacoby Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe is 0 for 2 on the day as his first pitch misses inside for ball number 1. We'll see if Panthers decide they want to bring the infield in. But right now they have the corners in and move the infield back. So depending on where the ball is hit, they will trade out for a run. But this next one misses inside for a ball to make the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Corners in for the Panthers. Joseph at third base. The 2-0 offering from Mendoza is in for a strike to Radcliffe. Now the count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike. That ball is going to be off of the glove of high school. Ball that skipped on him. Slider that got away from Mendoza, so call that a wild pitch. Or pass ball, we'll see what our officiator will give it to me later on. But Joseph coming in to score. Now the count will run to 3 balls and a strike as his 3-1 offering now is fouled straight back. Let's run the count full. 3-2 pitch coming from Mendoza to Ratcliffe. 3-2 pitch, the ball is smacked. Foul out of play on the right hand side. count remains the same. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 9-7 is our score here in the top of the 8th inning. Mendoza drops a curveball, going to catch the back door and freeze Ratcliffe, and he goes down on strikes looking for the second time today. So now to bring up the shortstop, number 5, KJ White. KJ White, it's 1-for-1, single back in the 3rd, sacrifice bunt in the 4th, and walked in the 6th. So now Antoine Riggins is coming out on the mound to visit Mendoza. Don't know if he's going to make a pitching change just yet, but he does have activity going on in that bullpen right now. It's warming up right now. It's number 12, Elijah Brendan. And that was probably just time to stall for his pitchers to get loose. A little bit extra just in case Mendoza cannot get out of this 8th inning right now, but right now he's working with the lead. 9-7, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. There's another pitcher that's starting to get warmed up for the Panthers. Take that time when we find out his number. We'll get that to you guys. As first slider drops in for a strike from Mendoza to White. Next one's a ground ball that's hit to the second baseman, Garrison Wise, that he gets in, just flips it over to Monroe to retire. White on a 4-3 put out. So now there's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Now to bring up the center fielder, Tyler Hawkins. Tyler Hawkins, 1-for-4 on the day, but that one hit came at the ends up being a home run, a 2-run home run back in the 3rd. His first pitch swinging as this ball is hit high in the air into left field, giving a read on it, and catching it at the warning track is Michael Bureaus to retire. Hawkins on the fly out. So the Panthers are able to escape the 8th with minimal damage done right there. Keeping the lead where it is right now, leading by a score of 9-7. The Jaguars are able to get 1 run off of no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning here in day number 3. The rubber match between the Jaguars and the Panthers. Panthers right now leading by a score of 9-7. See if they can add on some insurance run here. Listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of students. After this, we'll be right back. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up to bat. The lead off this inning will be the catcher, number 5, Mason High School. We have a new pitcher in now for the Jaguars, number 12, Christian Davis. Lefty. Getting a call from the pen from Coach Crenshaw. First pitch missed inside for ball number 1. Now the next one misses below the knees to run the count now to 2 balls and no strikes. Next 2-0 offense, a strike, looking like about the same spot. Count run to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-1 offense, misses high to the Panthers catch and run the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Fastball right down the middle now and run the count even full now to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch from Davis. It's going to be a strike on the inside corner. High School thought it was ball 4. He goes down on strikes looking for the first out. So now I'm going to bring up the shortstop, number 7, Isaac Davila. Isaac Davila. It's 1-for-2 on the afternoon with a sacrifice. His last plate appearance in the 6th. Rounded out short in the 5th. Singled in the 3rd. First pitch from Davis to Davila is in for strike number 1. Davis comes in with a 6.46 ERA in conference play, 159 whip. Next one is inside for a ball to run the count even now to 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis also has a 1-1 overall record. This is his 10th game he is appearing in. 15 and 3rd innings of work under his belt. 17 hits, 11 runs, 11 of those being earned. Walking 7, striking out 18. Opponents come in batting 288 against Mr. Christian as he offers this 2-1 offering to Davila. Swing and a miss to even up the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes on deck. The leadoff man, the center fielder, Jaden Williams. Ball is a swing and a miss and back-to-back strikeouts for Davis. So now it's going to bring up Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams, 2 for 4 on the afternoon. He grounded out in the first inning. He grounded out to the pitcher and had a single in the 5th and a double, RBI double back in the 6th. So he takes his first pitch from Christian in at the knees. Disagreeing with the call right there. And that is strike number 1. 0-1 strike from Davis. The ball is hit to the right side of the field. Giving play on it is Radcliffe. He's able to have enough room. Just about a step away from the warning track. So that's going to retire the Panthers here. 1, 2, 3. But we're going on to the to the top of the 9th inning. The Panthers are 3 outs away here from taking the series, a much needed series here. Winner here will evidently remain in 3rd place. Right now, currently, the Panthers have a half-game lead over Southern in conference play. Prairie's record is now 12 and 8 in conference. 12 and 7, excuse me, 12 and 7 in conference now. Is that right? I'm sorry. So it is 12 and 8 in conference. And Jaguars advance to 11 and 7. So now the winner here, the Panthers can come out victorious with the scoreboard right now and push a full game over the Jaguars as they get ready to prepare for their next game coming up on Wednesday against Incarnate Ward out of San Antonio. So Mendoza back out here for the 9th inning. Due up for the Jaguars will be 2, 3, and 4. Jalen Mack starting off this top of the 9th inning, coming batting from the left-hand side. He is 1 for 4 in the afternoon. Mendoza's first pitch strike to Mack. The 0-1 offering from Mendoza. Ball that misses below the zone to even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 offering from Mendoza. Fastball is taken outside by Mack to run the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next ball is hit. Foul. First base side. Now the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. Mendoza is able to retire Mack down on strike swinging. So now we're going to bring up the right fielder, number 7, Kyle Ratcliffe. Kyle Ratcliffe is 0 for 4 in the afternoon. Struck out back in the first. Grounded out to first. Lined out to short. Grounded out to first back in the 7th. First one's a slider that misses just about a bit high and inside for ball number 1. Next one, fastball. Just inside, says Jerrell Proctor. Count now is 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 offering is a fastball that's taken right down the middle by Ratcliffe in for strike number 1. The count will run now to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 offering from Mendoza. The late swing and a miss on the fastball. Foul tipped into the glove of High School. So now the count will run even now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza 2-2 pitch is a fastball and misses high. For ball number 3, almost had Ratcliffe committing on that pitch, but was able to hold back on the high pitch. So now the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitches. The ball is hit back up the middle. But nice job of fielding it and playing the position is Mendoza. He was able to run that one over on the PFP to retire Ratcliffe on the 1-3 put out. So the Jaguars are down to their last out here. Now it's going to bring up the left fielder, Cameron Bird. Bird comes in this contest 2 for 3. Hit by a pitch back in the second, doubled in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, and singled in the 7th inning. So Mendoza's first pitch to him is a strike in at the knees for strike number 1. Mendoza working now quickly. Kicks, fires a slider that missed just a bit high to the Jaguars left field. Now the count runs to 1-1. 1-1 slider missed outside for ball number 2. So Mendoza back on the mound, ready to go. 2-1 offering from him. The ball is hit in the air. See if he still has room for Monroe, but he's not going to have any room. And this one's going to be out of play. To make the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaguars now down to their last strike here. 9-7 is our score here in the top of the 9th inning. Mendoza, 1 strike out away from having the Panthers come out victorious as this ball is hit to the right side of the field, but going to be ultimately out of play. Landing into the Jaguars bullpen. So we'll reset and do things all over here again. Mendoza back on the mound. Gets his sign from High School. Kicks a 2-2 pitch. The ball is hit back up the middle, and that's going to get sneaked through into center field. As Bird is able to keep the inning alive for the Jaguars. So now to bring up the third baseman, number 23, Ryan Ollison. Ollison singled his last plate appearance in the 7th, hit a home run, a solo home run in the 5th inning over the left field wall. Hit by a pitch back in the 4th. And then a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd. So he has the duty here trying to keep his Jaguars alive as he takes the first one away for ball number 1. Fastball, catch the inside of the plate to make the count even now. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Jaguars' third baseman. The 1-1 pitch and the ball is fouled straight back now. Now the Jaguars are down to their last strike. One-two pitch from Mendoza. The ball is just on the outside corner. Thought he might have got him at the knees as he hit a face defeat, but the count will remain the same. Now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. This ball is hit. Ball is hit in the air. Camping underneath this is Jaden Wills, and that is going to retire the Jaguars, and the Panthers find a way to come out victorious here to win this series. They fell short by a score of 13-1 in game number 1, and earlier here in game number 2 in the doubleheader to come out victorious 8-2 in game number 2, and here in game number 3 of the doubleheader, they're able to come out victorious of 9-7. So they're able to advance their overall record 22, 22-23, and 12-8 in conference play as the Jaguars will fall to 18-22, an overall record of 11-8 in conference play. So that will end matters here in this series. The Panthers able to get 2 out of 1 here, and that's their next matchup will be here Wednesday against Incarnate Word out of San Antonio, Texas. I want to thank you for joining here into today's broadcast. The winning pitcher for today is number 17. That is Victor Mendoza. He's the winning pitcher today for the Panthers, as their starter Crawl was able to go 4 and 2 innings of third of work, 6 hits while giving up 6 runs, 6 of those being earned, walking 4 and hitting 2 through a total of 81 pitches. He gets the no decision. As for the Panthers, for the Jaguars, Luckett gets the no decision for the starter today. He went 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 of those being earned, walking none, striking out none, while throwing 40 pitches. And the losing pitcher is number 36. That is Burkett. So he's the losing pitcher on today in game number 3, but that will end matters here. We thank you for tuning in. Until then, be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.